Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me and see me. And just mic check and visual check. I'll be right back. I got some really good news today for those who live in the Philippines. Actually, great news from IATF. And I'll,
I'm to get it.
yeah, can you get the phone? Your phone or my phone? It doesn't matter with the news. But basically, what it says is that IATF will or has approved the inter-travel in the Philippines. So as long as you're fully vaccinated, no need for the RT-PCR test when traveling from island to island. So if I wanted to go back to Negros or to Bohol or anywhere, as long as I'm fully vaccinated, I shouldn't have any issues. Now, this is on the news today, and anybody who knows the Philippines, things change on a weekly basis. So I'm still hesitant to take the vaccine, not because I'm an anti-vax or anything like that, because it seems like, from what I've heard, is that you can get one shot of once, let's say, manufacturer A, and the second shot is from manufacturer B. And that's not the way the vaccines were designed to work. So I will wait till all that is in order and things have kind of settled down. So probably another 2 to 3 weeks, and I probably intend to take a vaccine if possible, so I can start traveling, or we can start traveling to different islands. I have many places I want to go, and let's see what it says. So this is what it says. I gotta put my reading glasses. Or can you read it, babe? Because you're much better vision than me.
Okay, it says here National IATF allows fully vaccinated persons to travel within Philippines using Vax cards instead of test results. But
But
fully vaccinated persons are allowed present a domestic vaccination card or certificate of quarantine completion as a sufficient requirement for interzonal travel.
mm-hmm.
Instead of a negative RT-PCR test result. But the local governments of Negros Oriental and Dumaguete have yet to issue directives whether they will adopt the new protocol or not.
Okay, but it seems like this is where it's heading, right?
Yes.
So, so that's really good news, because even if you're not in this country right now, if they start opening up for inter-travel between island to island, it means they're getting ready. Okay, that's what it means. They're looking, saying, hey, if you had the vaccine and you're in this country, you can travel from island to island. So the next step would be logical, would say, is if you had the vaccine, you can come to this country and bring us some revenue, right? That's just my opinion. That to me, I'm forever optimist, I guess. So anyway, I am gonna start reading some comments here before I get too far down. So I'm gonna skip the good morning stuff, and here Duata Di Danan says, does anyone... Oh, I have to click on it. It's been a while since I've done a live cast. Here. Does anyone really think the red pill nonsense holds water? It describes a certain subset of women, and they are not a majority. Actually, no. That's where you're wrong, Duata. It's actually the nature of women, the base nature of women. That's what it's based on. It's based on what women react to if they had complete free will and not, how shall I say this? Not binded by social contracts and so on. So you see it especially in the West, because women are more independent. They make their own money. The social contracts have become void, and you'll see how they act there. So that is a description, I would say, and how to react to that and so on. But I won't get into that here. But yeah. Anyway, that's my opinion. But thank you for your opinion. Let's see. I think I gotta put this a bit down so you can see us a bit better. Like that.
Yeah.
I've decided to get a vaccine so I can book a flight to the Philippines ASAP. What I just said was for inter-travel in the Philippines.
Domestic.
So domestic travel. So it's not yet for
International.
international. You're wrong. I'm not sure what. I'm
That's
not sure what you mean.
virtuata. That's
Huh?
virtuata. I guess that's virtuata. I guess.
Oh, but he doesn't say, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe he'll clarify that. Um, what we see is the artifact of selection bias, where men who have been wronged by these women read the red pill Bible and generalize it to all women. Okay. I would say by following the red pill, I think you save yourself a lot of heartache. Let me put it that way. It doesn't mean you treat women differently or anything like that. It just means you protect yourself, you know. Gomor says wrong again. Oh, he's referring to this. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Go more, Mike. Hike.
Go more hike.
Mia, please tell me what a girl means when she describes herself as simple. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's why. No,
that's a girl. I've heard that so many times here. Girls say, "I'm just a simple."
So like as for me, when you say simple, you're kind of like not really into like, for example, when it comes to your body, you don't really go like cleavagey, and you don't go like sexy like the other Filipinas, as you can see last night.
Okay.
Like, you know, the way we dress is so different as other.
Simple.
Yeah, it's
Like
just like
you don't show ass, you don't show
yeah,
cleavage like
that's
that.
yeah, that's kind of
Okay.
like simple, and we don't put a lot of makeup on our face, and it's just like
How
we
about
do our like
materialistic stuff?
natural looks. Like
Like a girl that says simple, it means you can take her to
yes,
Jollibee. That'd be
yeah,
good enough.
you can even take her to just, you know, roadside food, like just the street foods.
So that's
That
what
would be
they mean
enough.
when they say I'm a simple girl. They're not looking for
Yeah.
the high rise type of
Yes.
life.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mia.
I'm going to scroll it.
No, it's okay. Oh, if you want to. To get back their sense of control and empowerment and kid themselves, their past couldn't have been any other way. It could. No, yes, I see. I understand what you're trying to say there. Yeah, your past can be different, obviously, if you had followed the red pill. If I had followed the red pill, I would have understood a lot more of female nature, and I would have maybe not been divorced twice. But to be honest, I'm glad I'm divorced, because that gave me a chance to meet Mia and gave me a chance to come to the Philippines. If I hadn't been divorced, I would have stayed in the US and lived life like everybody else. So I'm glad what happened, and it came out good for me. So I'm not complaining. Okay. I got the J and J vax, and at least in my case, I feel fine. Can you do the?
I lost it.
You lost it. Okay, Mia's lost here, but Matthew, thank you for the contribution, Matthew. Hello, you all hop on a ferry to Komodos Island on the other
or
other places from Mactan. Thoughts? Thanks. Yeah, we want to start traveling. We're planning probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Go north.
Well, Tuesdays. Probably Wednesday or Thursday we'll start traveling. Yeah, Wednesday. So get back up here. Thank you for the contribution, Matthew, and thank you for that question.
Go down.
Let's see. Daryl. Hello, Daryl from Australia. Let's see. German BioNTech vaccine is the best, of course. Oh, BioNTech, German. I didn't even know Germany had one. There are plenty of women with integrity and character who just don't behave this way. The red pill guys just aren't dating them. Look, many people. Let me just give you some statistics so you understand. Look, 80% of all divorces in the US are initiated by women. It's not that 80% and 50%, 50 or 55% of all marriages end up in divorce. So that's a pretty horrible statistics for women. In the West, women are rewarded to get a divorce from a man because they get a wonderful payday. So it's not like here. So I mean, well, I'm not going to get into that, but women have high integrity in many cases, but sometimes it falls apart when they move to the West. Let me put it that way. Paul, how much water should a 59-year-old male drink daily? I'm currently doing 2 liters daily. Oh man, I try to drink as much water as I can, and sometimes I forget, and Mia reminds me. So yeah, water, especially living here, is important. Also, salt is important because you sweat a lot. So, but how many liters? I don't know. I guess that would depend on your size, how much you work out, how much you move, and so on. But you can almost not drink too much water. I mean, you can theoretically, but you can almost not.
Yeah, don't drink a lot of water. It's like if you drink lots of water and you get lots of bloated stomach.
No.
Yeah,
drink
it's
as much.
actually do that.
I disagree. You have to drink as much water.
Search it, science, please.
I have drank a lot of water in my life because I feel that's really healthy. I think it cleanses your system. And
I get bloated.
I don't think it gets you bloated.
Gets me bloated.
I don't think so. I've never seen you bloated. Carl says he's had the J&J vaccine for 2 weeks now, no side effects. Hopefully soon I get to the Philippines. You know, the J&J one, they actually had news where it worked really well against the Delta variant. I think it was, I can't remember, 85 to 95%. I know somewhere in between there. It could be 95% effective against the Delta variant, meaning no serious side effects. Now, it didn't mean that people didn't get the Delta variant. It meant that there was no serious side effects. So that's a good vaccine, I think. And you only need 1 shot with the Johnson. You don't need 2 shots. So is my understanding. So that's the one I'm going to go for if they have it. Maybe there's a reason. Okay. Great to give travel options. Trying to drink more water. Yeah, especially living in the Philippines, that's important. I think red pill stuff is really funny. Love the comedy of it all. Good for you, man. I'm actually thinking of starting a red pill channel. So, but I read about it, but I don't remember all the stuff and all that. But I think it's good to read something, even if you don't believe in it. I'd really recommend a book by Richard Cooper called Unplugged Alpha. And there you'll see the statistics, you'll see, it opens your eyes to, because, all our lives we're fed this Walt Disney movie type of deal where the man and the woman get together and that's his soulmate. There's no other woman except this specific woman, and they walk off in the sunset and everything's happily ever after. Most guys in their 40s and 50s know that's bullshit. But in our 20s, at least I was stupid enough to believe it. So I think for young guys especially, waking up to reality is a good thing, and not believing all the bullshit that Walt Disney tries to sell you. That doesn't stand scrutiny. It's like women saying all men are horn dogs. Well, hell yeah, we are. Not just joking. I will cheat. Not true. It's funny. I agree. I mean, Tua is wrong. Yeah, I think she's wrong too. I wish Tuata would read. It's a he or a she?
I don't know. Maybe it's a he. Maybe it's a she.
Yeah, I'm not sure. With that name, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I wish he or she would read that book that I just mentioned, and I think they would get a lot out of it. It's only like $7 or $8 on the Kindle. So looks like 1 more million people are vaccinated this week. Yeah, in the Philippines, yes, I think they're up to 11 million now, which is less than 10% of the population. But it's accelerating, and that's the main thing you got to look at. It's accelerating really fast, the amount of people getting vaccines. So that's great. That's also a good sign that the Philippines will open up. also Thailand opened up their green lane stuff in Phuket. So that's also,
Thailand,
huh?
Phuket? Was that the Phuket?
Phuket, however you say that. I always get that wrong. So that's also a good sign, because Philippines tends to follow. So I, you know me, you guys know when I think it's going to open. So
Yeah. Got it.
I drink about 3 liters water daily, exercise daily, and lots of cycling. Cycling in the Philippines? Are you in the Philippines, Ride for Life? Okay. What about what vaccines are available there to you and Mia? Any cost for them? Well, it's actually free, believe it or not. And they have the oh God, I forgot the names of them. They have the Chinese one, they have the Russian one, and they have a couple from the US, and the names slips my mind. I'm sorry, but the problem is you don't know what vaccine they have when you go to a center. So you have to sign up and everything, and you only really know it just before they give you the shot. So I'm waiting for that to get all organized. Once they do that, I'll probably go get the vaccine. So I'll probably start looking into that really soon. Simple equals low maintenance. Well said. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Bailey Hardy, I've been trying to get home 14 months, got married online to get 13A. Then they started asking for DFA letter. You can't get. Yeah, no, I wouldn't get married just to come here, mate. But okay. Simple equals conservative. Someone said simple equals low maintenance, and I thought that's a good way to say it. Conservative. I don't know if it's conservative, but it is low maintenance. That's what I would think simple means. He or she is back onto this red pill. It's a simplification. I like it to those get rich quick books. In reality, there is a spectrum. Some are good and some are bad. Yes, that is true. Everybody's different, but we as human beings have like a base of who we are. Okay. Now, when we grow up, the social contract, the social constructs, and all that, of course, has effect on who you become. But once you remove that, we tend to fall back to our base, of who we really are. Simple in the Philippines means happy with less. Yeah, that's true. I will let you continue while I go get some coffee, okay?
Up. Down. There.
Where? Dan says, simple in the Philippines means happy with less. Yes, that is true.
Down.
Wait.
Lie down. There. Over there.
Where?
I can have it.
Okay. I'm going to go get some more coffee. You want some more coffee?
You got more coffee there.
Oh, you got me coffee? Oh, thank you. Then I don't need to leave.
Yeah. Sorry. Go more high. Simple sounds good, conservative, and respectful. Yeah, that's true. She cut it right there. Again, people can have integrity, both male and female, even in the absence of social pressure. Can you say about that?
I say yes, but less likely. As long as there's social pressure, people will act a certain way. Once that social pressure is gone, some people will continue, especially older people who have, maybe wisdom is not the right word, but
Set in their ways.
set in their ways. Yeah, thank you. Set in their ways, probably yes, but younger people probably no.
No.
Simple, no makeup, no thong, wears bra.
Gago.
Orange got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine today. Okay.
That's
It
great.
was a single shot. Yeah. So that's what I like about it. Single shot and you're done.
Oh, that's for Mark.
Okay.
Hi, watching from Paris. I asked you very important question in your last video. I didn't get your answer. Maybe you didn't see. Anyways, I got the response already. Salamat po. What question was that?
I don't know. There's so many questions. I can't keep up with everything.
Is there particular areas would you say where taller Filipinos are found? Thanks. You know, it's very rare to see Filipinos that are tall because, like, I think our average height here is just like 5.
5 or 5'1".
Yeah, we're not really tall person.
But is there an area in the Philippines that maybe they're taller than the average?
Well, if it's a field, yes. In some certain areas where it's rich people, they tend to be like
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah, okay. So no, not really particularly, but areas that maybe are richer.
Yeah. If not the Philippines, where would you be living?
Right now, maybe Malaysia or Vietnam or Thailand. But also, I have plans to go back to Europe soon. I mean, within a couple of years.
Simple. Not thinking better than you. Not forgetting grew up poor family background. Not trying to act better than other girls. Not too much lipstick, makeup, and etc. Yeah.
Click on that one.
So
Thank you, Snarf Finglas, for your contribution.
for me, no disrespect to the other Filipina, but I like the simple Filipinas.
Would you consider yourself simple?
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
But all Filipinas say that. I'm just simple. I haven't heard a Filipina say, I'm not simple, I'm complicated, or whatever. I've never heard. Every Filipina I've ever seen says, I'm just simple.
Yeah, but you have to look at their outer
Presentation.
If it's opposite from what they're saying, then it's obviously she's high maintenance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if
But don't you agree? Most Filipinas say, I'm just simple.
yeah, most Filipinos says that, like, oh, I'm just simple, and
But they might not be.
you look at the way they clothe, the way their face is, everything. They're kind of like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. Okay.
Pfizer? Is that how you read it?
German is Pfizer. Oh,
That's Pfizer.
I didn't know. So
Yeah,
the
we got
Pfizer
that
is
here.
well. Pfizer does sound German. Wie geht's? I had some German in Norway.
I fully understand the red pill Bible. Just try not let affect my current relationship. Some things are better are left unsaid.
True, that is true. But Mia is actually getting into the red pill.
Shut up.
she's
way.
reading. She's reading and watching videos.
No, because I'm trying
What do you mean, no way?
I'm trying to understand you.
Yeah.
So some countries are taking the 2-poke only bag as an
Vaccine.
entrance requirement. Maybe the Philippines.
I don't think so. I think just as long as you're fully vaccinated, considered fully vaccinated. But I haven't heard anything about that here in the Philippines. But who knows? Everything changes weekly here. So.
There's no only side effect was a sore.
Tim got the Pfizer, 2 shots on the Pfizer, sore shoulder. Well, yeah, a lot of vaccines give you that, so that's not a bad thing.
I don't think you should say the West. Just say US if you're talking US paydays from divorce.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what that means. Paul, have you ever said Mamma Mia? Do you know the song by ABBA?
Yeah,
Mamma Mia, here we go again.
Yeah, that's what they call me. Or MIA, missing in action.
Yeah. You were for a while.
Paul, where's Mia from? I'd love to meet a lady from her province.
I don't think Mia is your typical girl from that specific province. She's just a bit different. So, but you tell them where are you from? Tell them your background.
Well, I'm from a small island in Romblon. Um, but we moved here due to my father's work, and that's why I grew up here. So
Here is in
in
Negros.
Negros,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're not in Negros.
So I don't think you can find someone like me here in Negros. I'm confident.
You're special.
No, there's some certain DNAs in me that's so special. Just kidding.
You have sisters, but they're all with other guys and
Yeah.
with several babies. So.
People have died from
And even
too
your
much water.
sisters. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But even your sisters are different than you. You're different than them. So.
Roadrunner. People have died from too much water within a short amount of time.
Yeah, but that's a lot of water. I mean, you're forcing water down. I mean, you're almost puking water out. So yeah, that's hard to die of too much water.
Well, with water, they say 8 times 250 ml glasses, but in this climate, more is better, but that is total fluids.
That's 2 liters. But you also get fluids through fruits and other foods.
Yeah.
So
Vegetables,
like
there's a lot of
watermelon. It's right there. It's a lot of water.
water. Cucumber, you got it.
Cucumber, yeah.
By the way, you really got me with your last video. I really thought you and me were done. I thought so too. Just kidding.
Yeah. We had to try to make fun out of it, man. Can't be too serious all the time. Pfizer and biotech vaccine is produced in the US, but was developed by a German team and a Turk professor in Mainz, Germany.
We just didn't have.
We just didn't have the production capabilities in Germany. Good night. Oh, okay. So it's developed in Germany, produced in the US. Oh, good to know.
I'm in if you start that channel.
Okay. You'll be one of the members, I'm sure. I'll have you on to discuss.
The
Johnson shots
are only 52% effective.
No. They're much higher than that. Where do you have that from, Jenny? That would be interesting. Do you have a link or something you can give to me? Because I thought they were in the 80s or 90s. I know I saw on TV they were in the 80s or 90s when it came to efficiency against the Delta variant for serious complications.
But would you consider doing a video about investing for the average person, basic ways to invest for retirement years?
No, I wouldn't, because I'm not a financial advisor. I just like to read, and I like to figure out. I'm becoming more and more what they call a value investor, if that means something to you. But I don't want to give any advice, because what if I give advice and something crashes or something? It's not. I don't want to be responsible for other people's finances. I can be responsible for my own finances. There's a lot of good videos out there. I can put a link to some of the channels I watch, and you guys can make up your own minds. I'm not going to give any advice on any stock or any ETF or if you should get in the market, get out of the market. I have a hard time deciding myself, so I'm not. No, that's not my area of expertise, as they like to say. But yeah, thank you for that, though. Thank you for the confidence in me, but I'm not.
Would love a Red Pill channel. I love stuff like comedy channels and National Geographic.
Comedy. Okay.
From Mr. Vegas, Paul, one commenter says, "Hope you and Mia stay together forever." Do you believe them? I think they mean exactly the opposite, so they can move in. But saying that gives them deniability.
Yeah, I believe the best in people. I think they mean it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think people say that, and they can't move in anyway. She'll take years to get over me.
Confident.
Confidence level 100.
Oh God.
That was
You
me.
love too much.
Okay.
Yeah, that good.
Yeah.
That's for Tuatha. Human species doesn't have alphas. It's factually incorrect, anthropology speaking. Any man that has to say he is an alpha isn't already familiar with Rollo.
Okay.
Okay. It's obscure. It's obscure. Filipinos are very romantic and generally want the whole package. Live happy family life. We mature guys have had kids and life previously, so it's up to you to what you guys are happy with.
Yes, in general, Filipinos are very romantic and they are very loving and very
Clingy, we'll say.
clingy. If they like you, they're very, very clingy. That's. I mean, if you're with a Filipina and she's not touching you and holding your hand and wanting to be around you all the time, that's a sign that she doesn't really care that much about you. She's just in it for the security. So yeah, they are typically very clingy, and I believe the reason is when they grow up, it's like five of them sleeping in the same room on top of each other. So they become that's who they are. While we in the West, we have our own room and everything, and we don't like. I mean, it takes a while to get used. I mean, Mia is very clingy, and I know clingy is a negative word, but using
It's
it,
not
I mean,
negative.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Okay, but it's nice, but
Too much is
too much sometimes for me. So I have to tell her to back off in a
Back
nice
off?
in a nice way. I don't say, "Hey, back off this cleanliness," but I do say it's like, babe, I need some space. Sometimes I'll say, and she'll go sit in a chair or move or something, or I'll move. So it just sometimes it becomes too much for me. So I think we're all different that way, right? I never grew up with this kind of way, so I guess we're different. Michael, thank you for the contribution. He says, I was married to a young Panay.
Pinay.
Panay. I always say Panay. Panay. She was 21. I was 46. I was prepared for the culture and belief differences. I hope to try again and learned a lot. Well, Michael, the best way for the marriage to go well over here is take your time. Take, slowly, yeah. Don't move her, don't move her in
rush.
straight away, and keep your options open, and then slowly move her in, and then wait 2-3 years. I mean, I don't think you should get married, but that's just my opinion. But if you want to get married, that's the way to do it, because sometimes people hide who they really are. I don't know if hide is the right word, but they try to present themselves in the best way they can. And once you get the ring on the finger, they feel secure, then their true nature comes out. So you have to be a bit careful there.
Let's get married so you'll see my true self. Just kidding.
Oops.
Another one there. Over there.
Did I?
No, you didn't.
More up or down?
That one. He did earlier, but I forgot about it.
I thought we read that already. No?
That was another one.
Okay. Matthew says, simple has great qualities, but city women do as well. You need conversation, inquisitive, even simple things like tampons. Here's to the city. Cheers. I mean, city women can be simple as well, right, babe? And thank you for the contribution, Matthew. Huh? It's rare.
Yeah, because as you can see, the social also pushes them to their limits. That say, oh, they as you can see, men here doesn't want girls that are simple.
Yeah.
They usually go to a rich kid kind of thing, like girls. That's what they want. So that pushes the city girls to, be a high maintenance.
So because they see other girls with maybe going to nice restaurants, and then they want to go to nice restaurants. It becomes kind of a jealousy thing. Maybe?
Yeah. The way they look at other person, they're kind of like a competition. Like I want to look better than her. I want to look much nicer than her. That's why they pushes themselves more to be other people than themselves. Like, you know.
Yeah. So they see what other people have and then they want it, basically,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I see it. I want it.
But you can find simple girls in the city as well, right?
Yeah, you can, but it's rare. I'd say
It's harder.
it's harder. Yeah.
Tim says that's great to hear that the Philippine people are getting vaccinated. Yes, and increasing quickly. Mr.
Tim.
Next one. Mr. Guzman says, haha, say no to Sinovac from China. Yeah, I'm not saying yes to that one. Forget it. Just joined.
I need a girlfriend to look at me like the young lady was just there.
Well, there are plenty of women here, so that's not a problem once you get here. I'm currently in the USA, but I have bikes at my home in the Philippines and ride at 6 a.m. while I'm there. Oh, okay. So you're
Active.
Active. Yeah, that's good. Talk about active. I need to get back to the gym.
Do you know if there are any testosterone treatments available in the Philippines?
Yes, there are. And the reason I know that, I haven't had it yet, but I need to check my testosterone. I need to do a blood check for all other things too. I haven't done that for 2 years because of the virus, but and the hospitals have been full and all that stuff. So, but yeah, they have it here because I know another vlogger talked about it, and he took the course. He went to a doctor and got a prescription, and he went, I think, weekly or bi-weekly or something. I don't remember, and got it. So yes, you can get those type of treatments here.
I reconnected with my soulmate after several years. She was an absolute nightmare. People do sometimes change for the worst with age.
Yeah, they do actually, because some people get hurt and then they get angry. Their personality becomes angry instead of, having
The way
fun.
they are,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes, like,
Because you look, I mean, this again is generalizing, but you look at young women typically, they're laughing, having fun, and all that. Then you look at older women, they seem kind of grumpy, don't they?
bitter.
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 Yeah. No more attention or something. Babe, click on the 9.99. Yeah, you have to click on it.
I couldn't. It's down.
Oh yeah.
I have to go down.
Down.
This is low. No, go down more.
More?
You did that over
Oh my
there.
God, we're so behind. Okay, guys, so I didn't realize how much behind we are. Where is it?
Down. There.
Michael says, all men are attracted to young, beautiful Pinays.
Pinais.
It's very hard to discern if they love you
For
you or love you for a better life. No problem. To get a woman there, just find the right one. And thank you for the contribution, Michael. That is true. I mean, I made some videos on that, and I think Mia's made a video on that too, like how to know if a girl is really into you or not. And again, body language, the way they act around you, are they proud to have you on their side? Do they introduce you to their family and friends and so on? So, and they put a picture of you on Facebook, or is it just them on Facebook? Or one picture of you hidden somewhere beside 100 other pictures. So that's the kind of ways you can see if she's into you or not. And of course, all women, I shouldn't say all, but most women seek security as well. So it's a combination there. I don't, well, I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, I think you can find a good woman here that really loves you for who you are. And I've seen it. I've seen, for example, somebody I know was in a bad motorbike accident, and he's not even married to this girl, but this girl is like taking care of him like he was her, or he is her husband. And I could tell she's so loving to him, and she's probably 25 years younger than he is. So yeah, Filipinos in general have a lot of love in them. They're very loving people. So yeah. Did you go up?
Yeah.
Did you go back up?
Yeah, that's up.
What about that puts the word princess in front of her name on her profile? If her dad's called her princess all her life, that's probably a bad sign, in my opinion.
But
and
you know, most
the,
girls here they have like names are like princess.
Tuta says, dump any princess. At least we agree on something here. What were you saying? Sorry.
Hmm?
What were you saying? Some girls have the name princess.
Yeah, that's their real name.
That's the real name. Yeah, we know one, don't we?
Yeah.
But she's a good girl. Or is she? No comment from you. Sinovac is under investigation. Research says it's only about 36% effective and have had people with both doses contact the
Bloody
virus. Shame.
virus.
Hmm. Well, that's some people are gonna, even with any of the vaccines, some people are gonna contract the virus because it's not 100% efficient, right? So, what's your body count? One bad divorce. Also, it is a guy because he said she was pure red pill. Okay. You guys talk about money a lot, but the most limiting commodity is time. I suggest reading Die with Zero. Yeah.
I heard about that book.
You heard about it?
I would love to read it again. Also,
Yeah, time is limiting, and
time is money.
time is
Okay.
money. Money is time. But yeah, we all have limited time, and most of us don't know how much time we have left. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Paul, you have exactly 25 years left. Okay. And I can divide all the rest of my money into 25 years and no exact budget. But you don't know if you're going to live 5 years or 1 year
Yeah.
or 40 years, right? Who knows? I mean, we could go outside and get run over by a bus today.
Get killed. Boom.
Yeah, boom. What do Filipinos think in regard to feminism? Feminism is like the West, the
Yeah,
girls. They call it eco rights,
Feminism.
but it's not. Yeah, he talk there.
Well, I think for me, like a feminism, it's kind of like I don't know. For me, it's just too much being a feminist. I mean, there's some certain what's the word I'm looking for? There's some certain limits to like. Oh God, I forgot what I'm gonna say. So, anyways, feminism that is just too much for me to take, and I don't really agree with them because, like, I mean, they're asking for equality, all of them, right, baby?
It's not equality anymore.
No, but they have it in their book, like, because
No.
I've watched it also, like, the
Equality.
way they talk about asking about this. I mean,
Yeah, the thing is with feminism, they don't ask for equality. They ask for equality of outcome. And what does that mean? That means that they want, for example, if there are, I don't know how many CEOs are in the US, but let's say there's 1,000 CEOs, which obviously there's a lot more. They want exactly 500 females to be CEOs, even though those females don't necessarily deserve to be CEOs. They haven't done the work. They haven't progressed in their career, but they want a certain amount of women to sit on boards no matter what. And it's a quality of outcome that I'm against. They always talk about, oh, well, we don't have enough CEO women. We don't have enough women on the board. They always talk about these top jobs. I never hear them talking about we don't have enough women plumbers or enough women working in the coal mines or enough women working on the trash gathering. It's all these top jobs they're only concerned about that women should be 50%. Women should be nothing and men should be nothing. People, women or men, should get a job, get a position based on their hard work, their merits, and how well they do. Not because they have a vagina or a cock, It shouldn't matter at all. It shouldn't matter who you are and what you've done.
yeah.
And I'm sorry to
So
say,
it's
but
just
more
too
and more
much.
Western countries, pushed by feminism, are going for equality of outcome. You don't deserve anything in life. You have to work for it. So that's my opinion on that. Sorry.
You take it over.
Mia is adorable. Yes, she is. Thanks to me. No, just joking. Joking.
Confidence below.
Confidence 100.
It's pretty good over there.
It's upbringing that largely determines the base, and it can be there from when you're young. Well, I think there's a big discussion about that. Is it the upbringing, or is it in your DNA kind of thing? And I think it's both, right? At what percentage? I think that's an open discussion.
No.
Too, have you heard of plate theory? Maybe give it a try. Might give you a new perspective. Plate theory, question mark. I'm telling you, man, read that book by Richard Cooper, Unplugged Alpha. It's a short book, very, very good. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. It's lovely to see you both together smiling. It's so nice. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Tata. I wonder how you say that. Tuatha, Di Danan.
Spin them plates.
A Jed opting out. Spin them plates. Spin, spin, spin.
That's for Tua.
What do you think the borders will reopen for foreigners? I knew that question would come.
Yeah, they always ask that.
Well, I think I've said my opinion before. I've said third or fourth quarter of this year. And I mean, I'm looking at Thailand right now. I'm looking at just today the news with inter-travel, domestic travel, as long as you've had the vaccine. So it's more and more good news coming out. So I just really think it's a matter of months now, not a year or something. I think within the next, let's say, 5 to 6 months, 4 to 6 months, I think it will be open. And it will be a soft open. So because so much is shut down, they can't just open it up and have, I think, 2019, they had like almost 20 million visitors. They can't do that. So it's going to be a soft opening in the beginning. Simple equals happy to have a basic standard of living, says Capran. Duatha says some are not, have not known both. The simple question is coming from a vlog Baby and Paul McGill did on it. Oh, okay. So that's why so many people are asking that. Okay. All the better to conquer you, Paul. Do you watch Kevin Samuels? Yes, I've watched him. I watched when he called into another show, and there was 4 women on there, and oh my God, he did the works on them. That video is great. I need to rewatch it. My advice is to let her win. Let the red pill dissolve. Yeah, it has dissolved in my body and in my brain.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. It's like the Matrix. Once you've seen something, you can't unsee it. Jan. Hello from London. London calling, huh?
Are you from London?
London? From British, from England. I can't put a British accent, you know. Can you do a London Cockney? I can't do a Cockney accent.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. I love British accent. I wish I had more of a British accent. I need to move to England just to get a British accent.
Yeah,
You know?
I think British accents are so sexy. Like the way they talk is just, oh God.
I think the British accent is the coolest.
I think
Out of all the accents in English, I think it's the coolest. Bloody hell, mate. I plan to settle down in Cebu City. Have you been there? If so, what's it like? Well, I live in Lapu-Lapu, and I've lived in Cebu City. Currently, I love it. Once it opens up, it might get too much traffic and too much pollution.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd want to live here at that point, but I can't really comment on Lapu-Lapu since I haven't been here. I haven't lived here when it was pre-pandemic, so we will see. Mike is from the USA. Michael Cosby, I'm 52, was married to a beautiful 27-year-old from Bohol. I learned a lot from the culture and
Didn't finish.
was married, so he's no longer married. Okay. Have we read that one? Yeah.
We did.
Eric says, I like women to look after themselves, i.e., wear nice clothes, beauty, etc. But I'm a city guy, so life, infrastructure, great restaurants, each to their own. I like women to wear heels. Yahoo! Well, you'll find those two here.
Tons of them.
Jack says, I disagree. A Filipina can dress nice and be confident and like nice things, but yet be humble. Just as Paul likes a nice Macdon condo or his very nice motorcycle. He's not judged. That's because I'm a man. Just kidding. But there is a difference, right? As a man, you work for your stuff. A woman is born, a man has to work for his stuff. So
made.
A man is made, yeah. A woman is born. So a woman, I mean, if you're born cute, you're cute, as in your 20s, guys are going to go crazy for you. As a man, you have to work hard, you have to prove yourself and everything. So, yeah. I didn't even feel the vaccine. I was waiting for the shot, but I was all done, and she just waited for 30 minutes to watch over. I guess I have tough skin. Yeah, I hate injections, to be honest. Cockroaches and injections, the two things I'm scared of. Strange to say someone would want to meet someone from a certain province. That's like saying you'd like to meet someone from San Antonio, Texas. Doesn't even make sense. What do you think about that? What do you think about what Greg says?
Nothing to say.
Nothing to say? I don't know. I think maybe people are... he left. Maybe they're a bit different from province to province. I really don't know. I would think they're very similar, but maybe each province is different. It's just like people from different states can be different, So maybe there's something to it. I don't know. No one's going to give me a shot in my Johnson, COVID or no COVID. Funny. Hello, Paul and Mia from Houston. I actually lived in Houston for a while. I lived in Humble, Texas. So not Houston proper, just outside Houston. So yeah, Houston is nice. I really like the weather in Houston. People say it's too humid, but I like humidity. But it did get hot in the summer. Wow, the power of a woman with a stroke of her finger upon your chin. I'm like, okay. Jonathan says buy crypto. I don't know about that. Singapore will fully open up by August for fully vaxxed. We'll meet my Filipina girlfriend there next month. Oh yeah, if she has a passport and has been out of the country before, it shouldn't be a problem. So more and more countries are opening up. So that's why I say third or fourth quarter, Philippines will open up. 2 shots of AstraZeneca, only 58% effective against the Delta variant, they said so on BBC. Well, still 58 is better than 0. Mark says an investment link would be fine. I will put it after the video. I'll put it in the description. I'll put some links to some videos I watched. Not videos, but channels I watch. Just remind me of that so I don't forget how big. The CDC reports that Johnson & Johnson vaccine was 66.3 effective in clinical trials at preventing COVID-19 illness in people who had no evidence of prior infection 2 weeks after receiving the vaccine. Well, 67% or 66% is pretty good. I've been putting some money in crypto too. I don't know. Crypto kind of worries me, and like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. But the reason is like, for example, China just made it harder with crypto, and there's a lot of rumors that some countries are going to come out with their own type of crypto. So once that starts happening, the Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and all these other coins will, in my opinion, start falling in price. Unless these countries, unless that doesn't happen, then yes, they will continue to go up in price. Now I'm running into an issue traveling to Europe because I have AstraZeneca, and apparently it was made in India that was not approved by the EU drug agency. Yeah, you know what? I heard that on a YouTube channel, and I thought that was kind of weird. It's the same formula. That's strange. So I got to make sure that whatever is made in Europe, I guess, or the US. Eric says BBC is utterly corrupt. Based on what Paul said about his stance on giving investment, where he likes stonks like the rest of us, especially us AMC apes. Not sure what that means. I'm glad you two get back together again. Thank you, Leonard. Jaime and Paul, good morning. You both, hope to meet you guys. I'm Lapu-Lapu, sometimes just really nearby where you're staying. I'm staying my BF condo. You're both really good couple. Well, just send us an email. We could meet up. There was a copy and paste of Johnson vaccine. Oh, the one made in India, you mean? Okay. By LLKF. Okay. My ex-girlfriend really loved BBC.
I knew that. What the hell? No.
Whales from the West use steel plastic in the face. A
faces.
Filipino, they have naturally beauty. It's so many influencers in the West. They want to tell you what you should wear, etc. Eat, raise
your
your family,
family.
etc. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't particularly. I mean, I remember once I lived in the West. Yeah, and these girls, I mean, my God, they wear a ton of makeup. It just becomes bad. I mean, if you're dancing with them and then afterwards you look at your shirt, there's like a smudge on your shirt. It's just like, oh God, it's too much. So, say an American meet a Filipina there, what would you say are the best ways to vet her, run a seminar, or hire a PI, private investigator? I think the best way to vet her, if you're here, is just to go on dates, see how she acts, her body language. Is she on her phone constantly?
Body language is everything.
Body language is everything,
Yeah.
because body language is hard to fake.
Yes,
It really
true.
is. Does she introduce you to her friends? Does she introduce her to her family? Does she put pictures of you on Facebook? Does she have other Facebook accounts and so on? So there's a lot of things you can do besides hiring a PI. Now, if you're thinking of marriage after a year or two and you want to really, really secure yourself, a PI might be a good idea, but I don't know. That's kind of going far. I think if you're thinking about hiring a PI, there's something in you is telling you there's something wrong, and then that probably
should also follow your gut.
Your gut feeling,
Yeah.
because your gut feeling picks up on a lot of stuff that you don't consciously pick up on.
Yeah.
So yeah. Brother, I'm glad you're back with Mia. Says Jules, life is not always greener on the other side. She seems to be a good girl. Work that relationship so it can pay off. You're living the dream. Thanks, Jules. Yes, I am. Watch on TV the scientists grade the effects of the vaccine. Okay.
I was not prepared. Low.
Does Mia cook Filipino food for you? What are your favorites, or do you eat mainly Western? A combination of both. What's the one that I like?
Sinigang.
Sinigang? Yeah, I know that. But the one you make with all the meat and the vegetables.
Forgot the name, but.
And I like the one with the chicken. What's it
Chicken
called?
curry.
I like the chicken curry, and then the
adobo.
Adobo. Yeah, the chicken adobo. Yeah. So yeah, we like Filipino food. I like Filipino food. Um, icing and more icing. You guys make a nice couple. I hope to see you guys build your relationship into a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Hi, Paul and Mia. It's nice to see you back together. I have a question for you, Paul. Do you see to marry Mia in a future? If you watch my videos, I'm against marriage. I think marriage ruins
But
relationships.
he's asking if you see yourself.
He's asking me. Let me answer, please. It says to Paul.
Okay. Sorry.
But I have said if we are together and things are going well and we want to move to Europe, there is no other choice, to be honest. I mean, I can't get her to Europe without marriage. So if there was a way, I wouldn't get married. But there is no way. So we'll see. If she plays her cards right. Joke. Paul, did you following on advice? Which advice? Clinging is great. Lady makes life much better being that way. The guy just needs to sit back and enjoy and hope it will not stop later in life. Yeah, true. But clinging can get too much for me. So dating conceals, but marriage reveals.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good saying. I gotta write that one down. I like that, Mr. Vegas. Dating conceals, marriage reveals. Wow, that's awesome. Dating conceals,
Don't
marriage
be their
reveals.
emotional tampon.
Yeah, true.
Hi from Kuwait.
Oh, hello. I'm joining your live cast a bit late, Paul. Do you have any update prediction date for the opening of the Philippines, or are you sticking with September opening? I'm sticking with third or fourth quarter of this year. And if you didn't hear the good news, domestic travel now is opening up. Why are you going up, babe? Why are you going up?
Because I lost it.
Sorry, Mia is.
Go, just answer.
Date of opening in the Philippines. Are you sticking with September opening? Yeah, so third or fourth quarter. And this morning, news came out from the IATF that they're going to or have approved. I don't remember.
They're allowing.
They're allowing for domestic travel without the RT-PCR swab test. So
But
now
a vaccination card.
just with a vaccination card. So
Yeah.
now domestic travel seems to be opening up with all the without the hassle. So that's the first step. Also, Thailand just opened up. So for Phuket, so that's an experiment. So I don't think it's going to be many months. And I'll tell you something else. I've noticed here in the Philippines, they've started building, not here in the Philippines, here in Cebu, they've started buildings, restaurants that have been closed for a long time, started opening. So they must know something is coming because the amount of customers hasn't increased. Now that domestic travel is open, maybe they will increase, but I just think something is coming sooner rather than later. When you say Philippines are clingy, it's because they are loving or insecure. Also, does this behavior change over time? Well, for her, it hasn't changed. Sometimes I ask her to back off in a nice way. So it's changed, meaning less clingy, because I am asking her to be less clingy, not because she wants to be less clingy. It was up to her. She'd be on top of me 24/7, it seems like. It's true, though. Okay. My Filipina K is so jealous. She gets mad at me even if she has a bad dream of me. I'm in Florida and haven't visited yet. Dating 9 months now. That's a bad sign, buddy. That's jealousy stuff is a bad sign. That's insecurity, trust issues. Maybe it gets better when you get here, but it shouldn't be like that. And dating 9 months now, so that means you haven't even seen her. And nah, sorry, mate, that's a bad sign. Jealousy is not a good thing. I mean, a bit of jealousy is good, just a bit, because it means they love you, right? Or they really care for you. But when it becomes extreme, there's something. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think, yeah, because I mean, I get jealous, but I won't say it to you that I'm jealous.
But not crazy jealous.
Not crazy jealous.
You don't wake up and have had a bad dream and you start getting angry at me, do you?
No. I'll just say to you, oh, I got a bad dream about you.
Yeah.
But I won't I would go crazy. Like I would go mad. Like, why would you do that to
But
me? Are you gonna do
why
that
do
to
you think
me?
a girl that hasn't even met him, assuming since he says 9 months,
I think she's kind of like,
do you think she's just playing, trying control issue, just trying to control the
yeah, like,
situation?
yeah, like she wants to be the alpha kind of thing
She
in a
wants to have a
relationship. She wants to
control.
hold you like
Maybe
you're
she just,
mine.
yeah. I think so. But that's a bad sign, in my opinion. Women are not 20-something are also called mature. Yeah, true. Old, mature, whatever. Paul, you're lucky. Also, Mia is super lucky as well, having Paul.
Super lucky.
I can't imagine dating and 20 years age gap. Just my opinion. Well, if you haven't tried it, don't put it down.
That's a
A
big
lot of
word.
old babies here for you, Uchu. When
What
do
do
you
you
think the Philippines will reopen for tourism? Oh my God. Third or fourth quarter this year.
That's for Roadrunner.
Good morning from Netherlands. How old are you, Paul and Mia?
How old are you?
Skip that one. I'm old enough, and Mia's old enough. She also gets jealous, mad, insinuating without any proof. She needs a lot of reassurance and constant attention. What's your thoughts? My thoughts is that's just me, man. There's, like I say,
But you
there's a
know,
million good girls. I don't know this girl, but any girl that acts like that, in my opinion, would be like, you only have a certain amount of time, right? And certain amount of energy in life, and per day and per week, per time, and a certain amount of shits to give. Okay. So if you're spending so much time with this girl and she's getting mad at you for this or mad at you for that, and you're trying to comfort her, it means she's trying to control you, and you're not even here. It's a bad sign, in my opinion, a really bad sign.
no, but like sometimes you have when they're, you know, she needs a lot of reassurance and all of that. That means something in her past, like,
Something in her past is causing this, right?
yeah, it's causing
But do
this.
you really
Like,
want to be the guy trying to fix her past? No. You try to find a good woman. You don't try to find a woman that's broken that you need to fix. That's a waste of time. Sorry, that's just me. You don't agree, do you? Mia has such an infectious laugh. Yeah, it's Mia, M-I-A, not M-A-E. You're-
I am not.
She's as cute as a Tasha. You need some bulging eyes, baby. My Filipina K has such quick anger also. Typing all this feels like she's a piece of work. Wow. Yeah.
So guys, where you at?
We're in Lapu-Lapu.
Well, I think your over me is gone.
Well, it's hard for her to understand because she hasn't lived in the West. So, I mean, we have lived in the West, so we know what we're. I think you guys know where I'm coming from. Even the girls, if there's any girls from the West here, I think they understand where I'm coming from also. They might not agree, but they understand where I'm coming from. While somebody hasn't lived there, probably doesn't get it.
If you are a wealthy and financial secure, is it acceptable to have several girls? Okay.
Dude, you're asking me this question when she's sitting here beside me? Seriously? Next.
No.
I gotta have fun with it, man. I'm 35. I prefer 20 to 23 women. They match my energy and optimism. Yeah, that's one thing that's nice with women. They have a lot of energy and they have optimism and laughter. So I'm not saying older women don't, mature women don't, but some do. But I think in general, I think younger women have more of it. Yes, acceptable if you don't lie to any about her being the only girl in your life.
Yeah.
So how do you say to a girl that you're gonna be dating other girls? I mean, you don't tell her necessarily directly that you're dating other girls, but you'd say something like, you know what, I'm in an open relationship, and you do what you want, and I can do what I want, kind of deal. You know, tell her we're not exclusive, but don't put it in her face. You know. But typically, girls here want to be exclusive, so it's gonna be hard, right?
Mm.
You're not even following what I'm saying. If I had $1 for every profile where a girl used simple to describe herself, one girl used simple 3 times for one paragraph, yeah, you'd be a millionaire. Here, you
You
start
are
reading.
a coward, baby. Why is a coward who deletes comments?
I haven't deleted any comments.
No, but we do like that.
Skip some comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip
But
some
we haven't
comments.
deleted any comments. Now, some people I have. What do they call us? People that
What?
moderator. We do have moderators, and they might delete comments. But I haven't deleted any comments today. But if I see a comment that's not appropriate, yeah, I will delete it. But I haven't deleted any comments. Maybe one of the moderators have, but I don't know.
I am a British man.
I can give you accent training for 30 an hour. Oh my god, dude, that's too much.
Hi.
British accent is
Effeminate.
effeminate, in my opinion. No wonder Paulie likes it. Go ahead, read it.
It's past 2 a.m. in Europe. A vocab. Please reconsider your life time. Want to be with you from Europe. Oh.
Oh yeah, we're gonna actually do a live cast in the evening also, probably tonight, right?
Huh?
We're gonna do a live cast probably tonight for the European people, so watch out for that.
No, that's for the other.
Women and children can be careless. Men cannot afford to be careless. Exactly. You can start reading. I'll do this now.
Paul, you need to teach Mia some phrases or some slang the West uses. Yeah, I'll learn some from watching just
Movies. Yeah.
Bloody hell. As for Greg. You're asking for your
Why are you so curious, Roadrunner?
should have a talk. You recommended back a few months ago reading The Rational Male. Is there any other book you also recommend?
Yeah, the one by Richard Cooper called Unplugged Alpha. And it's an easy read. You could probably read it probably a week or less. Depends how fast you read. Note-taking and all that. iRentals retired early.
Age 48. It's weird, but since I stopped working, I feel kind of less value. Have you experienced this at all since you left the workforce?
Yeah, I have. Now, luckily, I have YouTube that keeps me busy. But if you guys have watched my videos, know that I want to go back to work. If I can or not, that's different. I've been out of work now for 3 years. And I'm over 50 years old. So it's, you know how it is with the work environment. They are kind of discriminatory when it comes to age. So whether I can get a job in my area of
expertise,
education, and I don't know. I just don't know. I'm looking at different alternatives. I'm looking at even thinking of taking another engineering degree or taking some courses online in a different area. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I know I want to do something. I don't want to. I'm not ready for retirement quite yet. So she looks 19 and him 40. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Oh my God. We played a guessing game now. What is Mia's nickname? I suggest call her Mama Mia.
That's my nickname.
Mia is her nickname.
No one knows my real name.
Wondering this says, get 1 or 2 hot 21-year-old girlfriends, and you might not feel that way. That's funny. Uh, recently, not rentals. Yeah. Okay, we get it. Don't be afraid from biotech. It's Germany's best.
Against mutations.
All Israelis took it, and they are the most intelligent people of the world.
Ooh.
Yes, they are actually.
Israelis.
They had an IQ test for the. There's a special tribe in Israel. I can't remember the Zikanis or Zukonis or something. Starts with a Z. Jews, and they had the highest IQ in the world, which was on average, of course, 115. So yeah, smart people. Good morning, Paul and Mia. Hope you are both well from Melbourne, Australia. Hello from Australia.
Is it a problem to just date and hang out with women, or do they own you after the first date and find you're the man they want?
No, not a problem just to hang. Now, just to hang and date, it's not a problem here.
Yeah, but you have to be clear.
No, you don't. You don't have to say we're exclusive or anything like that. You just date in the beginning, and a few weeks down the line, if you don't want to be with her anymore, you just tell her that she's not for you. I mean, just because you date someone, they don't own you, and it's not like that here either. So
I'm owning you.
well, that's because we've been dating for a year and a half. So yeah, I don't know that you own me, but it's different. I mean, in the beginning, when we were dating, there was no understanding that we were going to be together for a year or 2 years or 3 years or the rest of our lives. So it's just we were dating. Things went well, it went well. If it didn't, well, we both would move on, right?
True.
Effectiveness is irrelevant. It's all about hospitalization, severity. All vaccines are about attenuations of disease. Yeah, true. That's why you take the vaccine, because you don't want to end up in a hospital, and hospitals don't want you to end up there because they were really pretty full for a while.
What?
I don't know what that means. I'm going to skip that. I see the exchange rate is up to, on the dollar, 49 to 1. I think it's 49 point something. Yeah, it's been going up because the Philippines was designated a country, something about, easy to corruption or something. They were designated in a bad way. So the peso lost some strength. I think after Cebu, we probably want to go to Bohol for a while, right? Maybe 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
But we still haven't really traveled Cebu. My God, there's so much to see here. So yeah, we're just now starting. So watch more British movies. Oh no, don't let any Brit accent man near Mia. Joking. Perfect couple. Yeah, she might just fall in love with his accent. Yeah. Jan Maris, I had one from the same batch from AstraZeneca, not allowed to travel to Europe if you've had that one. Okay. I'm waiting for human trials to complete after 3 years to travel again. So Zorba is not going to take the vaccine, obviously. He's waiting 3 years. Hi, guys. I'm stuck here in Australia. My partner is watching also from Cebu City. We have a condo there near Newtown. It would be good to catch you guys up for a coffee when the Australian government let me out of here. Yeah, Australia is different. They won't let people leave.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they don't want people to get the virus. I don't know. It's like a prison, I guess. Yeah, but when you are here, contact us and we'll go for a coffee, John. No problem. Hello, good morning, Mia and Paul.
How far is the nearest store for fresh produce?
It's about a 2-minute walk from here. It's a Robinson.
How did you couple meet?
We met at a restaurant in Dumageddon. Women in the West have to wear makeup. Most look like defensive linemen in a wig and have higher testosterone than the average male. Yeah, so true. Sometimes when I watch the news, I get we have internet, so we watch ABC News or CNN or Fox or whatever, and then they're filming outside, and these hippos and whales walk by. I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not there. The women are bigger than the men over there. That's really bad. This one?
No.
Who has the bigger smile, Paul or Mia? You be the judge of that. I have the biggest. I got the best definition for Western. I have the best definition for Western women. Is a woman who wants the power of a man, the privileges of a woman, and the accountability of a child. Wow, I like these little ones here. I can use that. Thank you. Love the pizza reviews and enjoyed your all travels. Oops, what happened? I lost
it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Maybe if I go down with this one.
Hi.
No?
Over
Oh,
there.
here we are.
Does Mia have any single sister?
No, she does not. Herd immunity all the way. Okay. Hello from Houston, Texas. Humidity is great, so I know I will love the weather in the Philippines. 2, you said you like the humidity here in Humble, Texas, so you probably like the weather there. Yeah, I do. It does get a bit hot sometimes, but I enjoy the humidity. I prefer humidity over because I lived in Dallas too, and the air can be very dry there. I used to actually have a humidifier inside my house because it got so dry. So yeah. Have you stayed in Cebu City, which is a good city for dating? I have stayed in Cebu City, yes. Cebu is probably not the best city. I haven't been to Davao or Cagayan de Oro, but I've heard they're really good for dating too. So if that's all you're concerned about, those 2 cities are probably the best. The best women I've dated were clingy. Easiest way to spot genuine attraction a woman has for a man. True. Very, very true. Body language again. Herd immunity only exists with a perfect vaccine and a highly vaccinated rate, both of which are absent. Expect COVID to start adapting to the vaccine as rapidly as it's adapted to the lockdowns. I agree with you there. I think this COVID shot will be a yearly or bi-yearly thing because COVID is just like any other flu, right? It's constantly changing. How does a virus change? It's just when it reproduces its DNA, it makes a mistake, and some of the mistakes are a lot better, so they just die really quick. Some are a lot worse, so like the Delta variant, and then they start spreading a lot faster, and they can have a higher death rate. So yeah. Hey, Mark, long time no see.
But now see now.
The U.S. has become a country I don't recognize. You may not be able to follow our current turmoil from the Philippines. I can't wait to restart life there. I have to go slow. I'm too kind-hearted around Pinays. Yes. Pinays. I keep saying Pinays. Yes, Mark, you have to go slow and don't be too kind. Read the Unplugged Alpha. That will set you straight. Okay.
Gio in the house.
Are you 2 vaccinated? No, we're not, but I plan to get the vaccine. How about you?
Sure.
Okay, Gio's in the house. Good morning, Gio. Thank you for watching. Why would Mia need a vaccine? Literally no reason apart from traveling abroad to do the Schiphol mentality. No, we need it because if we're going to travel domestically, we need to have a vaccine.
Yeah.
It just came from the IATF today saying that if you're vaccinated, we can travel without all this PCR test. And the RT-PCR test here is 5,000 pesos. That's $100. So I prefer not to pay $200 to travel there and then another $200 to travel back. So, yeah. taking the vaccine. Matthew says, Paul, congratulations on your promotion to the IATA. Any idea when the Philippines will open? Governor Gwen in Cebu is smart and impressive. Yes, I really like her, and I really hope she runs for president. I don't think she will, but I really hope she does. She is a great business lady. She sees what needs to be done, and she's done the right thing. So let's hope. Let's hope that she does run. I was going to say I'll vote for her, but I can't vote. But you can vote. Maybe you'll vote for her. Habib?
No. No.
Down. Sorry, we lost our... Here?
Sure.
Sorry, guys, I lost... I might have skipped some here because I have lost track. Here, it says, my fiance lives in Davao. I'm still in the States. We own a business together and employ lots of Filipinos. Oh, that's great, man. I hope you pay them well too, right? Wandering Dog says, I moved in 2011 to Hawaii where I dated only women raised in Asia. I have lived in the...
I haven't.
I haven't lived in the continental US since... What did I miss? Not living in the US? Not much. Old enough to know better and young enough not to care. True. The present man shouldn't have to pay for the man
who hurt the woman in the past.
Who hurt the woman in the past. True, but they often end up doing that, right? It's just the nature of humans. Where are you guys planning on visiting in and outside the Philippines? Well, I have said I'd like to go to Bohol. I'd like to go to Luzon. And I know you want to go to Palawan. So, and then outside, we really want to go to Europe. So my mom lives in Spain and a lot of my family is in Norway. So I'd like to go visit there. But that's, probably 1 or 2 years down the line. Good morning, Paul Mia. Lots of love in the room. Thanks, Rolf. Wondering says, only a certain amount of shits to give. I love that. Bantai says, howdy from Oregon. Hello.
Howdy.
Oregon is a beautiful state, I've heard. I haven't lived there, but I've heard it's really beautiful. I want the SSRV. Is it SSRV or SRRV? But I've heard you must be a permanent resident of the Philippines. Yes, that's my understanding. You have to be in the Philippines to apply for it. I want to be able to leave the Philippines 1 or 2 months at a time and return. Even without that shouldn't be a problem, just on a tourist visa. Where's the logic when you guys, 20 years older than my GF, call her old? What the heck does that make them? She is my son's age. To me, that is young. She's 20 years younger than me. Who called her old? I never called your wife old or girlfriend old. But yeah, typically, well, I'm not going to get into that. But okay. 150 million in the USA are vaccinated. Advanced infrastructure and healthcare in the US is not open. What makes you think a third world country with 5% vaccination will open when the US and EU are still closed? Well, the EU is not closed. Europe is starting to open up for travel. Thailand is opening up. Phuket is opening up. And that the US chooses, I think the US is actually opening up now. But if it does choose to stay closed, that's the choice of the US. I mean, every country makes their own choices. So, and even though the Philippines is a third world country, yes, but actually I think the vaccine percentage is closer to 8-9% now and increasing steadily. And the reason they would open up is because they need the revenue. I mean, the US is not as dependent on tourism as the Philippines. And Philippines is a lot poorer than the US, so they need it. So Thailand is already set the pace. So Matthias says, I love bank stocks, tech stocks, and my Cebu Queen. Okay. Geo did live cast last night at 10 p.m. Yep, I know, for the European audience. Sometimes jealousy, trust issues come from the fact that the girl is cheating. True. That's actually really true. That's a good observation there, David. This happened to me. I found out after her friend outed her to me. Her friend said I was a nice guy, and that's why she told me. Yeah, it's actually true. Some people who are really jealous, they think the world is the way, or other people behave the way they are. So they project. They're projecting their behavior onto the guy they're talking to. So that's a good comment. I'm going. I enjoyed you two. Make a nice couple. Take care. Thanks, Tim. See you on the next one. Do you have the good app to learn conversational Tagalog? Salamat. Magada Gabi. I'm trying to learn Tagalog. I'm not trying to learn Tagalog, so I don't know.
There's a lot of videos on YouTube that you could learn, actually.
Yeah. Maybe also try the Uday Academy or Coursera for Google. There's lots of free training out there for languages and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. Education is becoming so cheap. This guy Serve says, I'm straight guy, but Kuya Paul is so cute. Kuya Paul is cute.
I
Wandering Dog says, I've decided to give up a $600,000 per year job as a radiologist to travel the world. That is how much I'm spiritually against what is going on in America. Huh. Can I take over your job, Wandering Dog?
Oh, radiologist.
They make good money.
Yeah.
Maybe. You go to school, get a radiologist.
I was planning to be a radiologist before.
Yeah, it's only like 2 years, right?
I guess. Well.
Hmm.
Let's do that.
Maybe we do it together. I'm gonna make some money. Good morning, Paul and Mia. Mia, welcome back. You both are a great couple. Thank you, Aline's journey through life. Happy 4th of July from Minnesota.
It's 5th already here.
It's 5th here, but happy 4th of July to you guys, David, and the others in the US. Read the Tactical Guide to Win by Sean T. Smith. Yeah, that's actually one of the books Richard Cooper recommends. To be honest, I haven't had time to read it, but thanks for that reminder. Mia's real name is Rosanna.
Rosanna is a nice name.
Rosanna is a nice name,
Yeah.
like a rose.
I have a cousin. Her name is Rosanna.
Giving 50% of what I earn to the government that indiscriminately prints money anyway. Paying personal taxes is unconstitutional. Yeah, all this printing of money, it's like they're stealing money from people who have saved money, basically. Because they devalue the dollar, then the inflation kicks in, and then if you have savings, your money gets worth less and less for each year. So they're like stealing money from you to give to other people. So yeah, I completely agree. I don't know about, it's not unconstitutional as far as I know, but I agree with you. It's not a good thing, in my opinion. I'm 55, she's 31. Mia, true, she has men wrong her, and Paul, you're right. I don't have the time to fix years of wrong of her. Yeah, you don't. There's a lot of good girls, so she has to fix herself. She has to be responsible for her own actions and her own personality, and she has to find a way to get over it without involving other people negatively. So Mia is right when she said you have to be clear. If you don't want serious right away, tell her. If you do, tell her. Well, the thing is, I don't know if you can say that or not, because you might be dating and you don't know if you want serious or not. If you meet the right girl, maybe you want something serious, but if it's the wrong type of girl, so you can't really say to her, hey, I don't want serious, because you might actually be, I mean, everybody's looking for someone, right? But I wouldn't say something straight away. I would just see it where it goes. I've dated a few girls, and I never told them I was looking for something serious. But look at me, it turned out to be something serious. But I dated many girls before her, and it didn't turn out serious. It's not that I wasn't looking, trying to be not serious. It's just there was no one there that I felt I wanted to spend a lot of time with after meeting them for a while.
Call her Abba.
Thank you for that contribution, Matthew. Great show today, you two. So much positive vibes. I hit like and hope more will if they agree. Yeah, hit the like button, people. And then Michael says, thank you for the contribution, Michael. He says, USA is not a racist country. It's a minority that is trying to take control and be victims of something that happened 109 years ago. Very sad. Happy July the 4th. I don't think the U.S. is a racist country. I've lived in Norway, and I can tell you Norway is a lot more racist than the U.S. And I think in the U.S., I've worked in different companies in the oil industry, and I've seen people get promotions that didn't deserve promotion based on gender and race. And I've also seen some of the best engineers were African American, and some of the worst engineers were African American. And it's got nothing to do with race. It's a personality thing. Some people work hard, and some people don't work hard. So again, I never saw in the U.S. any type of racism at work. I just think people exaggerate that, and they base it on stuff that happened, like you're saying, 50 years ago. And I just don't see it. I didn't see in the U.S. that women were discriminated. I didn't see that people of color were discriminated against. I just don't see it. Are some people racist in the U.S.? Hell yeah. Some people are racist all over the world. I think the U.S. is a wonderful country with lots of opportunities for people who want to work hard. Thank you for the contribution, Copsman FMF. And let's get back up again. Guys, I'm probably going to go about 30 more minutes, and then that would make it about 2 hours. So I am... Oh, we covered that, right? Garrett says, I've enjoyed both of your channels, videos, and others. I'm trying to learn as much as before I intend to travel to Philippines in 2022. I intend to have a long stay of 2 to 3 months to explore the beauty. Good for you. That's the way to do it, man. I like reading books. Are there any libraries in Cebu, or is the only option Kindle?
Yes, there is.
There is?
Yeah. I tried to chat one of the library here in Cebu.
Have you been there?
No, but because it's COVID, they have these rules that you gotta follow. So I think once everything opens up, that library will open.
Yeah, but I think your best bet is Kindle, man. But I'm like you. I love sitting in libraries, actually. And they're just all the books, the smell of the books and everything. But I'll probably take my Kindle and read there. We like to go to coffee shops, and we sit at coffee shops and we read for a couple of hours. So that's our kind of thing. Hey, Paul and Mia, say what kind of an engineer were you? I'm a petroleum engineer. Please don't say airplane engineer, because if you design my airplane, we can't be friends. No, I'm a petroleum engineer. Women are bigger than men in America at the same height. It's disgusting. Yes, it is disgusting. And now they have this new movement. What do they call it? Body positivity. No matter how big you are, you're beautiful. I'm like, yeah, right. Come on, people. Oh, God. The thing they try to justify, they won't take responsibility for their life, so they try to change the terms of beauty, or try to change the terms of, how to become a CEO. So, it's like, I don't know why people are so lazy. It's like, hit the gym already, stop eating. Just stop eating. Sorry. I just get so frustrated with that. Hello, Paul. Do you find a lot of Panays are very immature, not very much life experience, and they always haha at the end of the sentence?
Sometimes here in the Philippines, we've got this, like, for example, if we like someone and we cannot like say it to them directly, we always say like, for example, oh, I like you, lol, like that. So like if that person will say, no, I don't like you, you know,
You're just joking.
yeah, you're just joking.
So you don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why we say haha at the end, or ima, or whatever. Just
About immature, I don't really, the girls I've met here, I didn't find them immature, like childish, but I found that they had very little knowledge of anything, typically. Like no clue about history, no clue about culture, no clue about anything. I mean, the main thing they seem to be concerned about is TikTok, YouTube, social media, Facebook. So I don't know if that's your definition of immature, but they just didn't seem to have an interest in things that I was interested in. The world, the history, the what's going on, news, and so on. Like no clue whatsoever. I mean, I had one girl think that it was the Americans who occupied the Philippines during the Second World War, not the Japanese. So it's like, it becomes, well, they're beautiful and you enjoy it in the beginning, but after a while, with a girl like that, it becomes for me, it becomes kind of frustrating. I like a girl I can talk to and that's interested in reading and interested in expanding their knowledge. And the truth is, I haven't met many of those, and maybe I was in the wrong circle, but there are many of those, but you just have to find her, like her. That's why one of the reasons I like Mia so much, because she likes to read. She likes to enhance her knowledge. So.
no, not the one.
Can you read that? I'm going to just get some more coffee.
Something people don't talk about either is men here are big bone structure and etc. But women are same size and just flabby fat hanging off everywhere. Oh my god. Baby!
Yeah.
You heard it.
Huh? I'll read it.
No, I read it already, but yeah, you can read it again. I'll get you coffee.
Okay.
Why are you?
I don't know. I just like to hear it. I don't know why. Something people don't talk about either is men here are big bone structure, but women are the same size and just flabby fat hanging off everywhere. Yeah, it's true. I mean, a man is supposed to be bigger, right, than a woman. Yeah, it's even worse than that. If a woman weighs 20 pounds more than the man, is actually double the size because fat weighs less than muscle. Yeah, exactly. And the amount of women over 30 on meds is the world's biggest current crisis. Yeah, I've heard a lot of women are on meds in the US. I can't remember the exact statistics, but it's really high. And the amount of people in the US that are women, especially that are fat or obese, I think it's reaching 60-70%. So, and the older they get, the more likely they are to be fat or obese. So if you like fat and obese women, the US really is the country for you. Ryan says the US is open. Shout out back to you, Concel. Yeah, and maybe some more coffee too. Paul, I never said you called my wife old. I said some guys have said that before. She's 45. Well, I mean, everybody has their own definition, right? Right, Ron? I mean, some people would consider 35 old, some people consider 45 old. And you must remember that men in general, or women in general, age faster than men. So, I mean, okay, I'm not going to get into that too much, but hey, from one poll to another, Paul, Kentucky Hillbilly in the house. Can you call President D, Duterte, and ask him to waive entry for hillbillies? Yeah. Only a few more months now, Paul. That's my opinion. Now, Geo is in the house. He thinks January of next year. So, but I think it's going to be before that. We've bet a coffee on it, so we'll see. Mr. Vegas says, remember, you're never just dating the girl. You are dating her and a committee of her 4 closest friends. And those friends don't always have your girl's best interest in mind. Yeah, well, you can judge a person by, I wouldn't say judge, but you can look at the friends of a person and kind of getting a clue for who that person is. James says, hi from New Orleans. Hello, James. Let man fear woman when she loves, then she bears every sacrifice and every other thing she accounts valueless. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yushina says, I love Spain. My mother lives in Spain. Been there many times. Actually lived there once for 6 months. I wish to go back there. Toledo and Sevilla. Take me there, Paul, one day for a honeymoon. Sevilla is beautiful. I love Sevilla. Yeah, one day we will go, for sure. Regarding the progressive income tax, doesn't an important book say, to whom much is given, much is expected? True. Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree with a progressive income tax. I just disagree with printing money, because then you make money worthless or less worth. And I have nothing against paying more taxes the more money I make, because, roads have got to get built, bridges have got to get built, the military's got to have its money, education's got to have its money. I wish they would put more money in education in the US, especially community colleges and stuff like that, so people of less means can have the same opportunities. Those who hurt the most by deficit government spending are our children and grandchildren. It's max of slavery. Yep, they're going to have to pay the burden. All the money we're borrowing today, somebody has to pay it. It's going to be children and grandchildren. You're right. Many relationships turn out toxic with hidden agendas. Best to live
in with contraception.
Live in with contraception. Okay. Hi there, you two. Paul, I can see from the body language, Mia really cares for you. Be happy together while you can. Who knows what the future holds? True, no one. I'm a bit of an old hand regarding the Philippines. Okay. For the 600K doc, it seems for easier to be spiritual when you have several million USD in the bank. Just saying. Yeah, that's also true. Easier to be. You have freedom when you have money, so you can quit your job and leave. Yeah, I'm from Europe too, like Paul, but I've lived in North America now for 16 years. I agree with the minority victim mentality thing that North America has going on. It's annoying. Yeah, it is. It is very annoying. No, it's like these people that are pulling down statues and screaming and shouting. They never take a look at themselves and say, you know what, maybe I should do something with my life. Maybe I need to work hard. Maybe I need to go to school. Maybe I need to take some type of education. It's always the external, blaming the external for their problems instead of looking internally and saying, let me do something about it. LOL. Rad tech takes 2 years. Radiologist is 4 years. College, 4 years medical school, 5-year residency, 2-year board certification equals 15 years. Oh my God. 15 more years, baby.
Just stay with being nurse.
Just be a nurse. So wondering, Doc, since you're in this field, just to ask you, and maybe you can comment on it. What did you do now? Go back.
Sorry.
What is like the radiation tech? Can you find it? Here it is. The rad tech, how much would they make after 2 years? That'd be interesting to know in the US. I think most people don't want to go 15 years to school. Well, 5 years residency, that's not school, that's actually working. You're actually making money in residency, right? Just less. And then 2 years board certification. So 7 of those years. So basically 7 minus 15. So that's 8 years of school. Yeah. CRT. What is CRT? It's part of a Marxist agenda in the USA, part of removing history and destroying principles of the founding fathers. Yeah, that pisses me off, man. It's like every country has bad histories. It's like, okay, I've lived in Norway, okay? What are Norwegians known for? Okay, it's the Vikings, right? What did the Vikings do? They raided and pillaged and raped women, took the women back to Norway, the good-looking ones, and made them their slaves. Hey, are we pulling down statues or burning Viking boats because of what they did? It's the past, you know. In the past, things were different, and we have evolved. And it's just like it just blows my mind. Affirmative action is clearly racist. Yes, it is. Any law that differentiates, gives one race an advantage over another is per se a racist law. I mean, that's what racism is, right? You're differentiating because of the race. So affirmative action is racist. Outside the US, college and medical school are combined into 6 years. It's no longer about equality of opportunity, only quotas and outcome. Exactly, Bob. That's my point. That's why, I mean, feminism had its place a long time ago when they wanted, outcome, opportunity, equality of opportunity. Now it's about equality of outcome, which is ridiculous. However, I love my rad techs. MRI and nuclear meds techs can earn 100,000 plus. 5 million pesos, baby. 2 years. Cancel the obesity culture. I completely agree. I read that the average woman weighs more than the average man did in 1970. Just say no to buffet. Stop eating it. Absolutely. Sugar is hidden in everything. Obesity everywhere. Yeah, I always read the labels before I buy something. Even when it says Greek yogurt, they add sugar. It's just amazing. Americans tend to be more overweight no matter what their sex is. That is true, but it's especially bad for women. You allowed out with Geo now that you are back with Mia? Just joking. Am I allowed out with Geo, baby? Joke. Yes, I do what I want. I don't ask permission. I just say I'm going to do this and that. Thanks to both for your vlogs. You should live stream together more often. Keep up the good work. Well, if we did it too often, it would be boring, right? Hi, Mia. What do you think of British accent? My name is Princess and my fiance is British. Princess Castro. I'm sure you're just fine, Princess. When I met my wife, she was 300 pounds, 410. When she died, she was 87 pounds. Oh, shit. I'm sorry to hear that, James. Handle is pronounced Corman, naval medic. Hey, Paul and Mia, I'm in an LDR with a great girl. Hey, Paul and Mia, I'm in an LDR with a great girl from Chiaton, but she is living and working in Manila. I hope you're right about opening this year because I really want to see her. Well, like I said, me and Gio have a coffee over it, so. Hey, Paul, what do you think that is that Filipinos don't know much about history or any topics, really? There is mandatory school attendance. Do you think they just not learn anything in schools there? Well, you can talk more about that than
I
me.
think it's more into teachers, the way they teach students. Also, it's also the students, how much they want to learn, that eagerness that they want to learn, and everything.
So, did you guys in school have about World War II, for example?
Yeah, that was elementary.
Really? About the Japanese and the Americans and all
Yeah,
that?
more like
How about European history? Did you have anything about the Romans, the Greeks, or anything like
not
that?
really.
Okay, so American history. Did you have anything about any type of world history? See,
Only like World War.
in
I
Norway,
think.
when I went to school there. And in Norway, we had world history, not just Norwegian history. There's a lot of Norwegian history, but which at the time I didn't really care for. But we had about England, and we had about the U.S. We had all kinds of world, even Asia.
No, we just had the World War and Filipino history.
Hmm. So I also think the schools here aren't that good because, like you've said, sometimes teachers don't show up. A lot of times teachers just don't show up, and sometimes they show up and just sit there and read and do nothing, right? So there's a lot of bad teachers, I guess. Basic schooling in the Philippines is quite poor. My girls are corporate banker, private school, etc. So more world wise. Plus, she wears heels. Eric's into heels. I agree with what Mia said. I'm talking to Filipina on Filipina Cubit, and she says she likes me, and I don't respond in kind, and always follows up with "just kidding."
Because we don't want to embarrass ourselves saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, I like you, but you don't like me." Just kidding.
Hey, Paul, don't overgeneralize on the fat bashing. Some have medical and/or mental conditions that severely complicate weight loss. I'm not bashing. I'm just saying, okay, this thing with the mental issue. I'm sorry, but I have to push back on that. It's not a mental issue. It's a control issue. They just can't control their eating because of. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's laziness. I mean, put it any way you want. It's laziness. People can't get off the sofa, go hit the gym. They can't walk unless they have some knee problems. Even if they have knee problems, they can go to the pool and swim, and they can start eating healthy. So there's a lot of excuses out there why people can't lose weight. People are really good at making excuses instead of making reasons why they should exercise and why they should eat healthy and why they should get off of the sofa. So I'm sorry, I don't agree on that. I mean, yes, there are some people with medical issues, and yes, there are some people with mental issues, but not 70-80% of the population. Come on, Can you click on go down, new comments? Michael Cosby says, thank you for that contribution, Michael. I met a Pinay that has been separated for 13 years. She has a two-story housekeeper and 3 farms. I think it has a 2-story house and 3 farms. She says she will ever ask me for nothing. She will never ask me for something. My money is mine, but she is still married. She paid for her son to be an engineer, but question mark. Well, if she's still married, that's an issue. I mean, to me, that's an issue because that's being with her is actually against the law here in the Philippines. Now, a lot of people completely ignore that law. I mean, a lot of people that are married, Filipinos too, some of them move to a different island and they're with another girl anyway. They can't get remarried, but they're with another girl. So, but as a foreigner, I'd be very careful. I'd be very hesitant because that opens you up for blackmail straight away. And you can actually go to prison for that. So I would be very, very hesitant. I'm not saying, anyway, I'd be very careful. But thank you for the contributions, and I hope you figure it out. Daniel says, I agree, lots of overweight expats. Yeah, there are. And there's one guy I know, and he's overweight, and I tried to get him to the gym. I said, come on, why don't you come work out? Excuse. I said to him, come on, guys, why don't you make a plan, an eating plan, and a workout plan? Yeah, I'm going to start working out. 2 weeks later, did you make a plan? No. But I'm going to start a diet while he's drinking coffee at the Civet and eating one of these humongous cakes. Yeah, I'm starting my diet, and he's eating the cake. I'm like, thought to myself, no, you're not. Nothing's going to change. It just, I find people make excuses not to change their lifestyle instead of trying to make a reason why they change their lifestyle. So that's just my opinion. The only people who should consider themselves doctor are people who actually have a doctorate degree. Okay. I'm hoping September, Las Pinas, here I come. I'm not going to have a hard time finding clothes to fit me in the Philippines. Love the way all of us Perfect specimens of men say all women our age are fat and flabby. Don't see many girls our age not being overweight in the PI. Well, I'm not saying all girls, but I'm just saying in general, the plurality of girls, once you get to my age anyway, are overweight. And some are not. I've met some that aren't. I dated one that wasn't, and she was close to my age, and she worked out all the time. But that's unusual to find.
There.
Will be many more lockdowns over the next few years. It will be 5 to 10 years before things are completely back to normal. Oh, I don't think so. The Philippines would be bankrupt if that was the case. Every fiat currency in history has failed eventually. Buy crypto as an inflation hedge, as it is inherently deflationary. Okay. Just stick your money in the S&P tracker, and that's the best financial advice. Let it ride. That's a good advice. I have nothing against paying taxes. What I do have against is incentivizing people not to work and purposely devaluating the currency. Completely agree, Wandering Dog. Well said. The Fed and the government has destroyed the quality of life for the poor and middle class since 1973. Yeah. Not always about the money. Amount of money in education is how it's spent. Very true. We spend a lot here, but it goes to admin costs to manage guidelines to get the money. Question for Mia, would you prefer staying in the Philippines or moving to the US if you had a chance?
I guess I would love to stay in the Philippines because I would love to explore Philippines more. I mean, not much for the US, but when it comes to like when we're talking about education, I would love to go somewhere not in the US, but somewhere that has
You always said you want to go to Europe more than the US.
yeah, like Switzerland maybe or
Norway.
Norway.
Yeah,
But not really I'm not really a US type of person because like I've seen a lot of movies from the US and just it's kind of like not new to me. It's
not that it's not new. Maybe it doesn't
it
do
doesn't
anything.
interest me
Yeah.
to go there.
She watch a lot of videos from Europe, different countries in Europe and the US, and she always says she preferred to go to Europe. So I'm personally, I love the US. It's given me a lot of opportunities, and if I had a job opportunity back in the US, I would go. But this time in my life, I probably prefer to go to Europe. So
There.
in the 60s and 70s, a single factory worker could buy a house and provide for his family of 5. Exactly, that's true. And now 2 incomes can't even do that. Yep. Can you get cornbread in the Philippines? I actually haven't seen it. You could probably order it on Lazada or Shopee. You can also order stuff on Amazon, and it ships directly here, and there's no taxes if it's under $200 or 10,000 pesos. Favorite John Ritter movie scene: a huge muscle-bound woman says to him that her body is for him and will rock his world. She asks him what he feels about it. He says, like Miss Arnold Schwarzenegger. What about Biscuit and Gravy? I haven't seen that either. Did we see that? We found a Denny's here in Cebu.
Yeah.
Did they have biscuit and gravy? I don't remember. They had pancakes.
They have pancakes.
I don't think they had biscuit and gravy.
Thanks,
Paul. How would you say Norway is more racist than the US? Yeah, I would say that. I've lived in Norway. I've lived in the US. I would say how they are. It's like, for example, I went to school. I mean, I'm pretty white, but they would still pick on me because I was a Norwegian. So, I mean, it is more racist. It just is. I mean, I'm not saying that Norway is a very racist country, but it is more racist than the US from my experience. And that's all I can base it on, is my experience. Concerning the testing, I would carefully walk her through the test with help of a local. I would want it to be as accurate as possible, but not test.
It's always 100% accurate.
What's he talking about? The PCR test?
I guess. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe.
Fun question for both of you. Name your 3 top 3 sexiest people. For me, it's Mia, Mia, Mia.
Got you.
Just joking. I'm not gonna say that.
Just tell me. No, you tell me.
What's the food like in Norway, and how cold does it get? Well, Norway, if you've seen a map, Norway is a very long country. It looks like a boxing glove, like this way, and Oslo would be this part here, if you can think of it. Like Oslo would be here, and Oslo has gotten much warmer than it used to be. So now it's really not that cold anymore. And but if you go to North Norway, it gets really cold. The food, I mean, you get all types of food in Norway, and they have all kinds of food there in the supermarket, so you can make whatever you want. So, but typically Norway is an expensive country.
There.
Oh, critical race theory. Oh, CRT. Okay. Hi there, you two lovebirds. RN in the US commonly makes 100,000 after 2 years in the field. Yeah. Just look at Anders Breivik in Norway. Yeah, Anders Breivik. For you guys who don't know who that is, that was a guy who killed, I think, almost 100 people in Norway. He went to an island where the Arbeiderpartiet, which is the Workers' Party, youth was meeting, and went and killed him because he was a white nationalist, and he thought the Worker Party typically has quite a few, not quite a few, but more foreigners or second generation foreigners in there. So he shot up and killed a whole bunch of people. So yeah. Thomas Sowell was against affirmative action. I just started reading a book he wrote. Good. Because affirmative action is racist. Okay, guys, let it go. The USA sucks in so many levels. Just leave. I am. No, the USA has a lot of good stuff, man. It has
Food.
have a lot of good stuff. I'm not talking about food, but the culture. There's a lot of good thing. The hard work. It's just been going down the wrong tracks, in my opinion, for the last few years.
Have you lived in Cebu? What is a good city for dating?
Didn't we answer that already? Cornwell is a sign of well developed.
Cornbread.
Cornbread. Okay. Well, guys, it's 9:37.
Almost. We're almost there.
So I'm gonna go through here. Let's see. Hopefully, I'll find a girl who has reasonable education and communication skills. If she doesn't have those qualities, it's no starter with me. Again, you can find whatever you're looking for. It's just a matter of going. Sometimes you have to go through a lot of riffraff to find the diamond. So.
A woman with no schooling is not a woman I'm looking to.
Looking to have a relationship with, yeah. Glad me explained about the he and ha because I got a lot of that with my LTR. Oh, shit, I lost my place. Paul, you guys need to go to Amsterdam on April 27th, celebrate King's Day with millions. It's so awesome. There's lots of celebration here in Europe.
White men like you have Filipinos hating their own skin.
That's why I was saying that only people who should give themselves doctor. Okay, what's this? White men like you have Filipinos hating their own skin color, and you say you haven't seen racism. Why do I have Filipinos hating their own skin color? I'm dating a brown Filipina. How can that make you hate that? That doesn't make any sense. Sorry, Verno. I love brown Filipinas. I don't want to date a white Filipina. Planning a trip there in November with a woman I met online here. Right now, she lives 1.5 hours from my place. She wants me to take a trip with her and see if I want to live there. She owns 2 houses. Good stuff.
Harold.
McDonald's here is a new meaning to fast food. They have us wait at a table with a number. Would you like rice with that, sir?
Did you follow?
Wait.
There.
Do you follow Harald Balder, the famous YouTuber from Norway? No, I don't. Did you know that Dr. Phil in the TV in the US only has a bachelor's degree of psychology? LOL. That's basically the easiest nonsense thing you can do at university. Okay. Yeah, actually, I've noticed in the Philippines, people seem to be getting fatter here too, and I think it's all the fast food that's coming, McDonald's, Jollibee, and so on. Wandering Dog says, I wouldn't say it's common for a U.S. nurse to make 100,000 per year. Those working in the ICU do, but most cannot do that for more than 5 years without burning out. Okay, guys, it's 9:40, so I'm gonna say goodbye, and thank you for joining. It's been a lot of fun, and thanks for everybody who contributed, and for all the members. Thank you. Wait, just unsubscribe from Paul. Paul bashing fat people again is bad enough, but now he decides which is
and which isn't a real mental health issue.
Dr. Paul in the house. Well, thank you for letting us know that you unsubscribed, Adrian. Okay. Let's see, anything else? Yeah. I would say food is better there. Food here is full of chemicals. I would say food is better there, meaning the US.
Here.
Oh, here? Yeah, I think food here is less. I mean, as an example, in the US, I couldn't eat apples because my throat would swell. Here, I can eat apples. Even though they're from China, you'd think the Chinese would use chemicals. Or maybe they have a different type of chemical. I don't know. Lizman says, alcoholic, chain smoker, gambler, overeating, addiction. But you're right. Mostly the problem is self-discipline. Completely right. It's self-discipline.
Go up.
David C. says, every country has racism. It's sad reality and there's no escaping it. Some more than others. Yes, completely agree. Sorry, Paul, you keep missing messages and switching sequence. It may be a StreamYard thing.
Just a lot of them. Can't keep up.
Oh, this is a good one. Daryl says from Australia, affirmative action is to redress inequities. Ludicrous to say it is racist. Well, Daryl, the definition of racism is that you treat different races differently, right? You give extra points to someone who's black. You give a job because this person is black, not because of achievements. That is the definition of racism, in my opinion. You are treating people differently. Everybody should have the same opportunity, but when you start giving people extra point or extra get a better chance at a job because it's a female versus a male, or because that person is black or that person is Filipino or whatever, it becomes a racist. And then you're making the country a racist, and you're making people despise other people because people are getting something they shouldn't be getting because of their race, whether it's white or black. If you give a white person advantage over a black person, it's racist, right? If you give a black person an advantage over a white person, it suddenly isn't racist? No, in my book, it's all racist. That's my opinion. But I'm glad you have a different opinion. Robert says, oil patch is picking up nicely. Yeah, I was actually looking at jobs. The jobs aren't there quite yet, but I guess they will be coming soon. Anyway, with that, guys, I thank you for everybody who joining. There was quite a few people here today, almost 200. And thank you for all the contributions. Thank you for all the contributions. That really helps and helps our coffee fund. And we'll probably do another one tonight just for the European audience. So thank you so much again for joining. And don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, one guy unsubscribed, so one of you guys need to subscribe to keep it the same. Thank you for joining. And if you haven't checked out Mia's channel, it's Filipina Life with Mia, and she's started posting more videos. So check out her channel as well. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.